Greetings, Commanders, and welcome back to the Deep Space Carrier series here on Elite Dangerous. We're poking around the area nearby our carrier, which is on its maiden voyage out to Colonia. Picked that destination because it seemed like a reasonably easy thing to do for its first trip and kind of get us used to doing what we're doing. Started out at the bubble over here. We're already a few weeks into our trip out to here, and we're trying to get over to there. Once we get to Colonia, we'll figure out another destination after that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get off the ground. I just randomly kind of pick a destination, okay, sorry, I had a little bit of a, felt like I was having a little bit of a yaw issue with my controller there. Can we start jumping? No, I have to get out of here. We normally just randomly pick a destination nearby our carrier and just kind of do a loop around it, so that we can easily get back to our carrier when it's done. We can also, it also makes it so that we can have all different kinds of ships so that jump range isn't an issue as well. So allows us to have a lot of diversity in our ability to run around and do stuff. Before we get too far into the video, I'd like to ask you to help us to reach the next major channel milestone of 10,000 subscribers by hitting that subscribe button. The number goes up only if you press the button, so be sure to go ahead and do that now. Hit the like button to spread the video out to more people so that they have a chance to subscribe as well. And then once you're done watching this video, head over to the channel. We have more than 1,600 videos over there on the channel available for you to watch, all different kinds of games, because I play a bunch of different stuff, and it's organized in a nice, neat little playlist for you to watch, so be sure to go and do that. Alright, so mostly just focusing on exobiology. As always, I'm the kind of person who I have some kind of, I don't want to say I have ADHD or anything, but the kind of person who I think about something, and then by the time I move on to something else, I've already forgotten the other thing. I keep saying I need to find like a reference sheet or something like that, or maybe I just need to suck it up and sit down and do some research on the various different kinds of things that can be available and what kinds of systems that they can be, and make my own reference sheet. But I need to find some kind of a reference sheet that says if you want to find this kind of thing, you're likely to find it in this kind of system. So I can come up with whatever kind of galactic filters I want for different things we may want to try to find. Like we could probably make like a list of I'd like to be on the lookout for this, this, and this, and then so let's set up our star system filters so that we're only going to the systems that are likely to have those, so that we actually have a chance of finding interesting things. But by the time I log out of the game and go do something else, and because I try to make sure that this is the first video that I record, so that I have the most energy for it. It's a series that has, it is by far doing the best on the channel, so I try to give it my best effort. So I make sure I do it first, and by the time I get finished doing basically by the time I finish talking about this and I move on to talking about something else, I'll have completely forgotten the reference sheet. It's just the way that my brain works. I don't know. I don't want to say that I have ADD or ADHD or any of that stuff, because I don't know. That's something you got to get diagnosed, but I definitely have, like, if I don't keep something foremost in my brain, it very easily slips away, and it doesn't come back until the next time something happens to spark the memory of it again. So, I don't know. Let's see. So we didn't find any biology here. So let's go ahead and hop into the next system. The next system is the last system in our current, whatever. So, yeah. Gonna have to find another place to go after this, but that's fine. I mean, like I said, we're just trying to kind of stay near the carrier so that at any point we can just kind of head back and sell off our data, or, by the time we get to the end of the week, we'll only have to make a couple of jumps and we're back. Fortunately, actually, did we ever find, I was gonna say, did we ever find a tritium spot, but I keep forgetting that, I kind of want to just use up the tritium that we have before I start really focusing on trying to go mine some, because the more mass you have in your fleet carrier, the more mass it uses when it has to make its jump. So, or the more tritium it uses when it has to make its jump. So if I can minimize the amount of mass in my carrier, then we need to hop into the system. Then it'll make it so I don't have to go quite as far. So let's head over this way. We'll do like a square, I guess. So let's zoom in here. We'll select. Okay, we'll select this one. That one's just as good. 16 jumps. Yeah, that's probably pretty reasonable. So that's going to have us turn around and head this way. And so yeah, We have another, what, 16 jumps to get over there. But like I said, we're trying to stay near the carrier, so it's very easy for us to just head back when we're done. I was trying to do something where we kind of scouted ahead of the path of our fleet carrier, but that ended up putting me, you know, 1,500 light years out, which in a ship like this isn't that bad because it has a 75-ish year, I think it's like 75 light year jump range or something like that, which, you know, is you know, pretty reasonable. It's definitely where you want to be when it comes to, you know, deep space exploration kind of things. But for most of my ships, they don't have that big of a jump range. They're down in like the 30, 35, something like that, even with the FSD boosters on them. So 1,500 light years in one of those ships is 30, 40 jumps, something like that. And it's like, I don't want to get stuck out there and then end up having to come all the way back like that. So I decided to swap things around and make it so that we basically just stay around the carrier. The carrier makes its jumps, and then after all of that, we kind of just run around looking for interesting things, and hopefully we find tritium along the way that we can mine at some point in the week. For those of you who are following this series on a regular basis, this is all old news to you, but, you know, the thing about YouTube is that, am I just not zooming in on the actual planets? I thought I was zooming in on that. The reality is that for most videos, even for super established people with larger audiences, the majority of people watching don't have any idea what's going on if you don't explain it to them. So I end up re-explaining things over and over again as part of the channel. So, oh, wait. 2 biological features on a what? That is going to be Stratum Tectonicus. Almost guaranteed. So that said, let's get these asteroids out of the way, and then we need to get a couple more bodies to grab, and then we're gonna go grab ourselves 90. Oh, if we get first footfall, it'll be 90 million credits. I don't want to count my chickens before they're hatched, but let's do this. But a high metal content body with 2 biological sources is almost 100% sure that it's going to be Stratum Tectonicus. It's almost 100%. I got to leave a little bit of wiggle room in there, but let's see, 700? No, it's forget that. Beyond about 1,000 light seconds, the 10% speed to distance rule doesn't really work. So let's do this, and then yeah, we'll do that. And now we're at 7 seconds almost. Yeah, we got to leave it up. Got to bring it all the way down to 6, I think. But even then, it's just one of those things where it's hard to judge exactly when you need to put the thing down. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, 7 seconds is like the number you're looking for when you're trying to approach a planet. When you put it in Super Cruise Assist mode and you're on your way there, it'll bring you down to 7 seconds and then start slowing you down to maintain that distance to the target until it gets you really close, and then it'll bring you in. There's a trick you can do to stay on stations and stuff like that, where you can bring it down to 5 seconds, and if you manage it just right and you do it at the right time, it'll quickly drop you. It'll keep your speed super increased, but then it'll just kind of drop you into the system much faster than you normally would. You can't do that on any kind of like bodies. You'll slam into the atmosphere doing that. Well, you'll slam into the atmosphere or the orbital area or whatever it is that you want to call it, but it doesn't go well for you if you try to do it on a planet or a moon or whatever. Works on stations, not on anything else. Okay, we are close enough. Let's get our 2 probes here. So this is almost certainly going to be bacteria and stratum. And then, you know, I'm expecting it to be Stratum Tectonicus. So the big question is, and I know people keep telling me that I can look for information and find whether it's first footfall or whatever, but I never remember to think about that. Because I don't think that this, oh, wow. For the first time in any time I can remember, it's not Stratum. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure we can head, I'm sure we could head into the system map. I'm sure the system map will tell me. I don't remember. Got biological, organic information. Yeah, I remember they were saying they would show information about whether... I don't remember how you find that. So, like, is this information here? They were saying, obviously it'll say, it would tell you first discovered by, but I don't remember where I find that. Is that, I mean, was that in here? Like, I don't know. Or, oh, you know what? I think it was supposed to be in the FSS, huh? Target too close. So, yeah, I think it was... Maybe it was here. I don't remember where... Locations and all of that. Yeah, it'll tell you the resources that are available on it. Yeah, I don't remember... I don't see it in the system map either. Surface map, bookmark. Yeah, I don't remember where they said I could find the information for it, but doesn't really matter. I'm on the fence about whether I want to come. I mean, we've already spent all this time here. I don't really want to go looking for Tussock, so we're just gonna go ahead and head out to the next system. I don't want to go through the landing process and all of that for Tussock. I just don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. Because, like, especially if that wasn't first footfall, then it's just really not worth. Even with the time we just spent here screwing around, it's still not worth the time to go down there and do it. At least to me. Obviously, you know, exobiology is a very high-paying thing to do. So, you know, for some people, they're going to look at the number that you get for Tussock and they're like, ooh, that's a lot of money. For me, with the fleet carrier and, you know, the kind of money that I have access to at this point, it's just not worth the time. Like, unless I have a high chance of it being something super interesting to see, or it's going to be something where I'm getting upwards of 100 million credits for the thing that I'm going to do, then it's not really worth my time. As I've said many times on this channel regarding a lot of the things about this game, time is by far the most valuable resource that we have. So if you're not spending it the way you want to spend it, and you have the option to not spend it that way, then it's better to just move on and find something else to do. I don't want to go down there for Tussock. That's boring. All right, well, at least gets most of those out of the way, I guess. This is all icy bodies and gas giants. So realistically, I don't think I want to waste my time in here either. There's always a chance that, you know, maybe an icy body is going to have a bunch of things on it, but realistically, it's almost always going to have one biological signature, which is bacteria, maybe two every once in a while, which will be the space mushrooms. It'll be the... And the more, it's like a bar of soap. The more I try to focus on it, the farther away it goes. So, I don't know. Yeah, it's just not coming to me. It's fine. We'll hop into the system here and hopefully we'll find something cool on this trip. We've been pretty spoiled in this area so far because we found, like the first episode, we found a stratum tectonicus first footfall, and then the very next episode after that, we found another one. So we made a lot of I already did that. We've already made like months worth of. We've already made months worth of carrier payments in this episode already. Wow, there's an ammonia planet here. I haven't found one of those in a very long time. And it's close, so we'll target that. And then there's a little bit in the way of high metal content worlds here. But it seems, so when it's like this, it's almost always because you need to zoom in on a gas giant of some kind first, usually. So yeah, we'll be able to zoom in on this guy here. And then once, you don't necessarily have to scan him, but if we back out and now we head back over to here, now we should be able to start grabbing these guys. Well, okay, so that's all, these are all icy bodies there. So I guess we were just, the problem with this filtered spectral analysis is that it'll still kind of highlight anything that's relatively close to where your cursor is. So I don't know, sometimes it's a little difficult to find what you're looking for. I have stated ad nauseum my dislike for this particular minigame, so I won't go into it again, but I don't like this minigame. All right, so I'm assuming that what we're looking for is going to be around a. Because let me put this here. I don't. Yeah, we went around the circle there, and it just. Oh, okay. So do we have any? Doesn't seem like there's anything there. There's another one over here, and it's relatively close in. So. I don't. Okay, so rocky bodies. Okay. No, it's still an icy body. I don't understand why there would be icy bodies. This. I mean, I guess 947 light seconds isn't exactly like right up next to the star, but it's still like, you know, why are we struggling to? Why are we still getting icy bodies that close? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, we're still in icy body territory, so let's find. Hopefully, this last one is going to be like. Oh, that one's really far away. Yeah, all icy bodies. So we have one or two more giants that we can try to zoom in on. This one's also very far away. And it's all icy bodies. So I'm thinking that what we're having happen here is that. I'm thinking what we're having happen here is that. Oh, there it is. That's all. There's one more. Oh, it's behind the star. So what we'll do then is we'll go ahead towards the ammonia world. We'll get that scanned, and then we'll do another FSS to hopefully. I mean, 36C is 10% of the speed, so for this close of a distance, that's what we're trying to go for. I overdid it just a little bit, so now we're going to pay for that by overshooting. Just turn away. It'll be faster for us to just turn away, accept the fact that we're going to be punished for this, and then turn around. There we go. All right. Get it back into Super Cruise Assist to get us locked in. And then once we get close enough, we'll do our scan, and then once we're done with our scan, we'll pop back into the system scanner and see if maybe we can get something done. If we don't find anything in this system, though, we're going to go ahead and call it a day because I am recording my weekend episodes, which means that these are going to necessarily be shorter because I need to have shorter episodes for these so that I can get through the extra recordings. So the max for this is 9 probes. Huh. Okay. We'll start out with the 6 here, and then we'll see what we have left over after that. With the expanded probe radius, it's possible that maybe we'll be able to get it done with 6, but I doubt it. I don't know that we have the... Okay, maybe. Yeah, I think we might be able to get it done with 6. Nope, not quite. So everything on this side. I forget how to switch views. So... Oh, mouse 3. So I need... It's going to be up at the top here somehow. How did I not... I'm confused. I did all the way up. All right, so that's fine. We'll do like that and kind of split the difference, and hopefully that gets us what we're looking for. Excuse me. Now we got to wait for it to go all the way around to the other side. Yeah, that's weird. Usually going all the way to the edge where it says it's going to miss will put you right on the other side of the planet. But I guess for these bigger ones, it doesn't necessarily work that way. All right. So we got ourselves that. Now let's hop back into the system scanner and see if we can find that last high metal content body. Might be 2. Nope. Alright, so we didn't end up finding any biology here, and we're going to go ahead and call it a day because I got to record another episode for my weekend. So thank you very much for watching. Be sure to click the like button to spread the video out to more people. Subscribe to the channel to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Join the channel as a member if you'd like early access to videos, among other perks, or you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with the thanks button. Again, thank you very much for joining us on this episode of Elite Dangerous Deep Space Carrier Series, and I'll see you for the next one.